What's going on, guys? God, dude. What's going on, guys? My name is Josh, and today we're going to be taking a look at my E46 M3. Alright, this is my 2003 BMW E46 M3. I've owned it for like 5.5 years, going on 6. Can't complain much. It's been an awesome car. Before we get into the mod list, big 3 are done. Rod bearings, Vano, subframe, all done. So the car has been pretty solid with the big 3 being done already. If you're not familiar with the big 3, there are 3 critical issues that need to be addressed on the E46 M3 platform. They can be pricey to get done, but when they are done, you have a huge relief and you can enjoy your car as you should. All right, well, that's enough talk about maintenance. Let's talk about why you guys are all here, and that is the modifications done to this particular E46 M3. So I guess I'll start with the exterior. This is not an OEM E46 M3 color. This is a vinyl wrap. So this is called Era Green from Inozatec. In this lighting, it almost looks kind of blue, but it's like a bluish green. Definitely a wild color on this car. It's the exact reason I chose it. Never seen it on an E46 before. If you guys can tell just looking at it, I wanted to do something different with this car. I think it looks pretty good against the graphite TE37. Kind of a cool contrast. So wasn't planned, but it kind of just worked out in my favor. So obviously the whole car is wrapped. Let's talk about the wheels. This car is sitting on a staggered set of TE37 SL, wrapped in Michelin PS4s all around as well. The wheel specs are 18 by 9.5 in the front and 18 by 10.5 in the rear. I'm not running any spacers, so this is true fitment. It's decent. It's not too bad. This is my daily, so I definitely appreciate having not rubbing too much around everywhere. I do like to drive this car a lot, and I like to drive it spiritedly as well. So having that good balance really helps with a car like this, especially when you're daily driving as well. And as far as the tires, they are 255/35 and 275/35 in the rear. Let's talk about the front end for a second. So these are obviously not OEM headlights. I've done a lot of work to these. I get questions about these headlights all the time. People hit me up on Instagram and they want to know where I got them done. So let's talk about that. So I have a full set of angel eyes on here with quad projectors, as you can see. The angel eyes, I believe, are made by Orion. They're pretty bright. On this particular color, they give a weird blue kind of look to them. Let's turn those on really quick. So this is what they look like on. At night, they're pretty bright for sure. It doesn't pick up on camera very well, but they're nice. I think they look pretty good on the car. And inside, we have a quad projector. So this one has the honeycomb lens. Just wanted to throw that on because why not? I think it looks cool. And this one is also another projector. I believe it's called the Eagle Eye projector. I'm not positive, but they are super bright. So all 6 of those lenses act as one light essentially, and they have a focused light which is super bright into one area, and then they have the normal high beam widespread. So Those are definitely really nice for driving through the canyons when it's dark out, because I could just see everything lit on the road. And yeah, definitely a nice addition. The angel eyes are also RGB. I don't really use the RGB too much, but it's a cool feature. And then along with the headlights, we also have these Depot LED corner lights. Just kind of adds to the new look on the lights, I guess. They're pretty cool. Some people don't like them. I think they look good on this setup, but to each their own. So as far as everything else on the front end, I got some double slat kidney grills. Nothing really done to the bumper. There's blacked out side markers, but we'll talk about that later. That's not normally there. So all right, so coming over to the back of the car, we have a carbon fiber trunk. I don't know how that's picking up on camera. Oh, you can see that. Carbon fiber trunk made from Status Group. I decided to wrap this edge and leave it the carbon exposed on the lip, and then I left it exposed in the center too, because why not show off some carbon? Who doesn't love a little carbon? And then I also have these LED taillights. So these are actually a little different than the OEM ones. These have a bit of a smoked top section. I don't know how well you could see that, but normally it's just regular clear. This one has like a little bit of a darker look to it. I think they look good. They definitely are pretty bright as well, and kind of match the rest of the dark look on the car. All right, so keeping it back here, we also have a carbon fiber CSL diffuser. This one's pretty jacked up. I'm not actually sure why it got so jacked up, but over time it just started whitening, and then yeah, it just kind of looks ugly. So this definitely needs a replacement. If you guys know anybody and they want to hook it up, let me know. The exhaust. So we have a full titanium exhaust from headers back, made by valved exhausts. I'll put a picture up right now. So I don't know how well you guys can see back there, but it is titanium all the way through. So definitely not something you see on E46 M3s very often. If you guys are interested in this setup at all, go over to Valved Exhaust and put code ILLISTM3 and you guys will get yourself a discount. It's a pretty gnarly setup. Looks amazing, of course, with the titanium finish, the burnt titanium. Also put a sound clip right now. Yeah. Yeah, this setup in particular is pretty loud because the car also has Status Group catless headers. So it's essentially Status Group catless headers to the full titanium valved exhaust all the way back. So it's basically straight piped. Not gonna lie, it is super loud, but there's no resonators and just all the way straight to the muffler basically. So it does have a valve though, which is very nice because, as I've said before, I do daily drive this, and sometimes in California there is not always a good opportunity to be loud all the time. So it's a nice balance. So before anybody says anything, yes, the car is SMG. Do I like SMG? Do I prefer 6-speed? Do I wish it was 6-speed? That is a hard question, to be honest. The SMG has grown on me a lot. I think it's fun. It's a fun transmission. It's different. It's not a manual. It's not a DCT. It's somewhere in the middle there, and I think it's unique, which is cool. If the SMG did blow out on me, would I keep it? That's a different scenario. I would definitely just consider doing a 6-speed swap at that point. It's a lot cheaper, and to be honest, it's just a different driving experience. So maybe you guys will see a swap on this channel at some point, but for now the car is SMG and it's going to be staying that way. So if you hate that, I'm sorry. That's just what it's going to be. Other than that, all we really have in the interior is this X-Tron's head unit. If you guys are looking to modernize your E46, I highly recommend this head unit. It adds Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, navigation. It adds a lot of stuff that are very useful in a car like this, especially if you're daily driving it. It's just really nice to have that kind of comfort. And also it really improved the sound system a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I like to play music sometimes when I'm driving, and it sounds awesome. Carbon fiber steering wheel from Control Customs. They did an amazing job on this wheel. The carbon weave is just perfect. It's also got the LED performance screen. You don't really see this on the E46 too much, but we like to do things different. We got these paddle shifters, which are kind of cool. It's flat bottom, got the yellow stripe and the yellow stitching, which matches what's going on in the engine bay, which you will see. All right, so let's go underneath the hood now. This is a ESS G500 supercharger kit. This is their newest generation of supercharger kits. They make a bunch of kits for the E46, the E9X. They do a lot of Mustang stuff, so they are definitely pretty well known in this industry. And with all the supercharger kit comes the intercooler as well. This is probably one of the most obvious signs that this car is boosted. This is a must in California. I would never even consider boosting this car in this California weather without an intercooler. The car is making roughly 450, 460 wheel horsepower, which to me is honestly like plenty in this car. And after being NA for a while, I just wanted to spice it up a little bit. It is a ton of fun. Being supercharged now, I don't know if I'd go back to NA. It's just a different type of car, I feel like. One of the cool things about the power band being so linear, if you were to drive an E46 M3 NA and then you drove this car, if you didn't drive this car past 4K RPM at all, it would feel stock to you. It's very manageable is what I'm getting at. But you go over 4K RPM, maybe 5K, and you definitely start to feel the boost coming on. The sounds that it makes and everything is just, you can't get enough of it. It is so addicting, dude. In a way, you always want to rev it above 4K RPM just to hear it, and then that boost comes on and you are gone. So throwing the supercharger kit on here was kind of the best of both worlds, in my opinion. You get that same linear power band and you can manage it. It's not going to kill you when you're just trying to drive to your local Ralph's. But at the same time, you could take it back into the canyons over there and just rip and let loose, and you will feel the power that this thing has to offer. Let me know in the comments below. Are you NA or would you boost it? A lot of people will say that boosting it ruins the M3 experience, which I do get and I do understand, but if you drive one, maybe your opinion will be changed. Let me know what you think. So as far as other power related things, the only other modification on here, which I already mentioned, was the catless headers. And then it has a ESS tune, which comes with the supercharger kit. And then it's also got a CSL transmission tune. It's night and day how different the SMG reacts when it has the CSL tune on there. If you guys have ever driven an SMG before, it's okay. It has its moments. You start to learn how to drive it. You have to react to the throttle and treat it as if it's a manual. You need to rev match yourself. You need to control that all through the throttle. So once you start to learn that, it becomes better. But you slap a CSL tune on there and you get auto rev matching, much crisper shifting in general. So it's just overall much better. I'm not too sure what the cost of it is right now. I would imagine it's pricey because everything on this platform seems to be very pricey. But it is definitely worth it. If you guys have an SMG and you're looking to upgrade that, make that smoother and just a better experience overall, highly recommend the CSL tune. It's a game changer when it comes to this transmission. And one more thing in the engine bay, and I'm just going to address it now because I know I'm going to be asked. All this wire that wraps around, that is all headlight related. So I'm not very proficient when it comes to headlight stuff or even wiring for that matter. So I had these headlights sent out and retrofitted, and when they came back, I just figured out how I was going to install it, and this is what my outcome ended up being. So all right guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. If you have any questions at all, feel free to let me know in the comments below, or you could hit me up on Instagram at illestm3, and I am more than happy to answer them for you. If you guys like the setup, please leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think. Is this something you would do to your E46 M3, or would you keep it NA? But with that being said, I really appreciate all the love and support. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. If you like this type of content or you want to see more of this car, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more content. Been real. Thank you guys. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video. Later.